Well, congratulations for today. God bless you. All members of the National Assembly, the state governors, particularly the governor of Katsina, Kaduna, and all other governors here present. Members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the Buhari family, members of diplomatic corps, former state governors, former ministers, former security advisors, traditional rulers, particularly His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, former service chiefs and former IGPs, the book author and reviewer, gentlemen of the press, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today, it is my profound honor to be here to celebrate the late President, Muhammadu Buhari, a leader who embodied quiet strength, discipline, and an enduring grace rooted in service to people, humanity, and the rest of the world. On this occasion of the launch of his biography, I extend the nation's warmest embrace to her, Aisha. You've seen so much, and you've supported him greatly. I know you miss him. The children and the grandchildren, you have my condolence. You will find comfort in knowing that the prayers of Nigerians are with you, and that the Buhari's name will continue to inspire noble services for generations yet unborn. The measure of a leader is simply not the offices he held or the motorcade that accompanied him. It was in what persists when rain falls silent. President Muhammadu Buhari left behind a reputation of integrity, a patterned lifestyle, and the belief that public office is a trust and not a windfall. He was my friend, my compatriot, my partner. And I stand here not just, excuse me, as president, but as a brother, friend, and political partner who shared a journey with President Buhari throughout challenging times. Together, we built a broad coalition, campaigned across the country, and proved that Nigeria could chart a new course. Our movement united diverse interests and achieved an historic victory in 2015 by unseating an incumbent president, thus reshaping Nigeria's political landscape. The coalition we built in 2014 is now the fastest growing political party in Africa today. And that growth continues. The book reinforces the public's memory. It outlines achievements and flaws, as all honest histories should do. It should motivate future leaders to learn lessons rather than repeat slogans. Buhari was just a simple man, honest, respected, unassuming, and full of good sense of humor in his simplicity. In that spirit, let us reflect on the enduring pillars of President Muhammadu Buhari's legacy. First, humility. President Buhari preferred simplicity over ornamentation. He believed that a leader must first discipline in himself before he can discipline a system. He lived modestly, and he carried the dignity of that modesty into power. Second, security. President Muhammadu Buhari recognized that security is the foundation of citizenship and prosperity. He invested in platforms and personnel, improved capacity across our armed forces, and pushed for reform that endured beyond headlines. He understood that safety requires protection, both in state and in its citizens. Third, with vision, he understood the importance of long-term thinking, constructing bridges, restoring railways, building roads, modernizing our airports, renewing critical infrastructure, while prioritizing maintenance and sustainability. Fourth, social justice. He believed in targeted social investment to ensure that the state did not ignore the poor and the vulnerable. These are the pillars of his legacy. But a legacy is given greater meaning when those who follow choose to continue what has been started. That is my duty, and I pledge that one today. President Muhammadu Buhari loved this country consistently, morning after morning, decision after decision, straight through to the oath he took. That is why even those who disagree with him often acknowledged his honesty. Our political journey together taught me that cooperation across differences is not weakness, it is wisdom. Nation building demands that we compete passionately and we compete dispassionately. Govern responsibly. President Muhammadu Buhari understood that the contest ends when the oath begins. In his memory, let us keep our politics honorable and our governance focused on results. Nigeria is greater than any tribe, language, faith, or political party. This book reminds us that one life lived with restraint and responsibility can inspire a nation. True nation building is the work not just of leaders, but of the entire citizenry. I thank the author of this book for enriching our collective memory, for collecting facts and testimonies, and for refusing to reduce a complex life to simple lines. May this book reach widely into classrooms, libraries, and the quiet desk of young Nigerians as they decide what kind of leader they wish to become. My dear brother, President Muhammadu Buhari, though you are no longer with us, your impact endures. We will honor and build upon your legacy, not just by invoking your name, but by delivering results with discipline, compassion, and resolve. May Almighty Allah grant him mercy and Jannatul Firdaus and bring comfort to all of you, the family members, immediately. May he bless Nigeria with unity, wisdom, and peace. Nigeria will endure, prevail, and prosper through our efforts and God's grace. Thank you very much. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.